Hey guys, my name's Brian Anthony Hernandez with Forbes.com, and I'm joined by Owens, the founder of We Found New Music.
We're here with Brooklyn group Bob Moses. Their critically acclaimed album Days Gone By is out now. We have Tom and Jimmy. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us, man.
Thanks for having us.
And your formation involves a Lowe's parking lot. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, of course. Like we had both moved to Brooklyn from Vancouver, Canada, and we didn't know we were in Brooklyn. Like we both had studio spaces like a block away from each other for a year, and we had no idea. And there happens to be this Lowe's Lowe's store in Brooklyn in Red Hook that is kind of like if you want to take a shortcut from the train to the studio space, that's where you got to go. And also if you need your any supplies, Lowe's is a great place to get them, I guess. Any studio supplies, one might.
They're our official sponsor.
Yeah, no. So
that's totally actually Lowe's has nothing to do with it. They're just giving us a lot of money.
No, we ended up running into each other in this parking lot. We were like, dude, what are you doing here? And as two lost Canadians in New York, we decided to get together as we do, and we decided to try making some music together. And right from the get-go, it was like, bang, this is what we want to do. We moved in, and we went for it.
Awesome. Sounds like a great story. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So who plays what in the group, and how do you go about performing such an electronic sound live?
Well, we're both sort of like jacks of all trades in the studio, and so that the making of the music is pretty we're kind of both involved in the whole thing. But as far as when we play it live, I play guitar and sing, and Jimmy's playing keys and running the clips, and we started out DJing, and I would sing a couple tracks that we had, and then we gradually are building it. It's kind of like an ongoing science project to figure out how to make it work live, but it's sort of like we pull things out of the box, so to speak. So we started just with DJing and vocal, and then we moved to just clips and vocal, and then we added guitar, and then now Jimmy's playing keys. So it's kind of we're going to add a drummer soon for some shows, and so it's kind of like it's an experiment to see how we can make it more live and sort of more malleable and go with the flow more when we're playing.
But I gotta say, the amount of suitcases we're traveling with now are starting to take their toll on us. It's like going from just DJing to okay, now we gotta check that thing, and it's great.
And especially here at South by, you have to lug them around everywhere.
Oh yeah.
If you're doing more than one show.
So you got the gun show going on.
Yeah. How many shows have you guys put in here?
We just got here this morning. We played in Miami last night, finished, went straight onto the plane, came here, played at the Mohawk for our agency, Windish, and then came straight here, and we're about to play Bud Light Factory for Vice. And then tomorrow we go and play Hypoton.
How did you decide which brands to partner with here?
People just asked us, and it was Windish is our agent, so that's pretty obvious. And then Vice, we've been doing some content with them. They shot some stuff with us at the BPM Festival in Mexico. We did an acoustic version of a song in a luchador ring, which was really awesome. And then our song went #1 on Hype Machine, I think 3 times, four times, and now it's back up there again, over the last 6 months. And so they just said, hey, would you guys be interested in playing the Hype Hotel? And it's got a pretty legendary South by Southwest reputation. We were like, no brainer for sure. We're there. And so basically that's how we got all these things.
And one final question, because we're running out of time. How would you describe South by Southwest? Because it seems a little inside baseball for people who don't attend. Because one night you'll have Sia performing, the next day you'll have the First Lady of the United States speaking. What is it?
I mean,
what is it to you?
I think it's kind of like musical and cultural ADD, but the best concentrated version of that. It's you can have a trap act, and then you'll have an indie band, and then an acoustic guitar guy, and then the most hardcore dubstep you've ever heard. And it's just and people come and they're just so stoked to be there, and to see these shows, and you'll get to see an awesome act play for way smaller size venues than they normally would. And it's the kind of thing I was saying earlier, it's your sound check is really your first 2 songs, so it really forces bands to give okay, that's it, we gotta go for it, we gotta try our best, and you get to see some awesome performances. So I think it brings the best out of everyone.
Thank you guys so much. The critically acclaimed album Days Gone By is out now. Bob Moses joined us today. Thank you, Brian Hernandez.
And happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Have a great show and the rest of your South by.
Cheers. Thanks.